The villain known simply as Quadra began as Allison Kennedy, a brilliant and ruthlessly competitive track and field athlete. Driven by an obsessive desire to achieve absolute human supremacy, Allison deemed conventional methods of training insufficient. This hunger for perfection led her to secretly develop a highly unstable, performance-enhancing serum in her own lab, intended to grant her unparalleled speed and strength by activating dormant genetic markers. The fateful moment arrived during a massive electrical storm. As Allison injected the serum, a lightning bolt struck her building, channeling a catastrophic power surge through her equipment and directly into her body. The volatile combination of the unstable serum and the intense electricity triggered an agonizing transformation. Her leg muscles hyper-developed, and then, impossibly, two more legs sprouted, perfectly formed, powerfully corded, and identical to her original pair. When the pain subsided, Allison stared at her new form, a terrifying configuration of four powerful legs, each capable of shattering concrete. The serum had not only granted her incredible physical gifts, but had also amplified her ambition into a villainous hunger for absolute control. Her first act was to test her new might on a rusted-out pickup truck, effortlessly flattening the entire engine block with a single, massive stomp. As sirens wailed, she abandoned all pretense of her former life. She moved for the first time, with all four limbs, a blur of motion that outpaced her pursuers. When a police helicopter tracked her, she simply vaulted onto its roof and disabled the rotor with a calculated kick, instantly cementing her new identity. Allison Kennedy, the ambitious athlete, was gone. Now there was only Quadra, a force of nature defined by seismic might. After destroying the track stadium, her symbolic break from humanity, Quadra realized that raw destruction was fleeting. True power lay in control. She needed a resource to fund her inevitable conquest, and she needed to make a statement that would terrify governments worldwide. She chose the nation's largest central gold depository, located beneath the downtown financial district. Instead of a stealthy break-in, Quadra opted for overwhelming force. Operating under the cover of a major storm, she unleashed the full power of her four legs. She ran a circuit around the financial district, her movement a thunderous, continuous blur. Each footfall wasn't just a step, it was a targeted, focused shockwave. She ran, and the foundation of the district trembled. When she reached the vault's location, she began an aggressive series of alternating stomps, turning the reinforced concrete and bedrock into fractured rubble. Within minutes, Quadra had literally kicked her way into the vault. She didn't bother carrying the gold. She simply crushed and tore out the main vault door, sending it flying into the city square as a calling card. By the time law enforcement arrived, she was already gone, having moved with blinding speed to a pre-arranged extraction point, leaving behind an estimated $5 billion worth of structural damage and the gaping hole where the gold once lay. The world had seen superhuman speed before, but never combined with this level of concentrated seismic strength. Quadra was not just fast, she was physically unstoppable. She didn't simply rob a bank, she ripped a hole in the earth to take what she wanted. From that day forward, the former Allison Kennedy became the globe's most wanted and most feared villain. She no longer sought to break running records, she sought to crush civilization under her four powerful feet. With her reputation established by the Quake Run and the brazen theft of the gold, Quadra needed a permanent base that was both impenetrable and symbolic of her earth-shattering power. She searched the most remote corners of the globe, finally settling on a massive, isolated mountain peak in a sparsely populated, seismically active region. Using her four legs as jackhammers and drills, Quadra did not simply build a base. She carved it out of the mountain itself. She used focused shockwave stomps to shatter bedrock and super-speed kicks to carve tunnels and chambers from the granite heart of the peak. Her headquarters, which she named the Citadel of the Stomp, was a masterpiece of villainous engineering. A fortress, protected not by conventional walls, but by the sheer, unyielding hardness of the earth. The most terrifying feature of the Citadel is its defense system, powered entirely by Quadra's unique abilities. She engineered a series of massive, kinetic energy reservoirs deep within the mountain's core. By performing concentrated, high-intensity stomps on the Citadel's central platform, she charges these reservoirs, allowing her to activate a wide-area seismic defense grid. This grid can generate controlled tremors across a mile-wide radius, instantly destabilizing any ground-based attack, causing avalanches on the surrounding peaks and disabling any vehicles within the zone. Any hero attempting to approach her lair by land would find themselves struggling to stand on a perpetually shifting, cracking battlefield. Within her new lair, Quadra used the stolen gold to establish a black market supply chain, funding her own technological research and recruiting a small, fiercely loyal army of mercenaries and engineers who worship her power. She is no longer merely a destructive force. She is the general of a new kind of war, protected by the very earth she commands. The ambitious athlete, Allison Kennedy, is now the fully realized overlord, Quadra. She is faster than thought, stronger than steel, and protected by a mountain she built with her own feet. Her origin is complete, and her war on the world has officially begun.